Hello, 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 hello. How you
Talk it
darn?
up.
How you darn? How you
Talk it up.
darn?
Talk it up.
Talk
Don't
it
you?
up. Don't you?
You already know though. You ain't gonna fail. You only live once. That's Mount Yellow everybody every day. Everywhere. Don't you?
You like Tunchi, bro?
The best thing that ever happened to me was when I got shot.
What are we even talking about now?
I was actually mixing like Lil Wayne's story and this guy's story. Have you seen the NBA, the Lakers head coach? He was like, He was like, "Are you fearful of like, having to be the head coach of one of the most like one of the biggest leagues that demands, or one of the biggest teams that demands wins?" He was like, "When I was younger, I got shot in the face, and with an experience like that, it either makes you fearful or fearless.
Oh,
I'm fearless." He
Damn.
was like, "I'm fearless," and he was like, "It's just basketball."
My guy said everything right. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh shit, okay."
What's up,
All right, my
Kevin
guy.
Bacon? What's up, C? He says, who wins half PPR Superflex Dynasty, Javonte Williams or Josh Jacobs Claypool in a 23-second? I would say probably Javonte, but I would rather the quality over the quantity there.
Quality over quantity.
What
It's
about
pretty
you?
close to me.
Yeah,
It is really close. I mean, if JJ can get an extension with this team,
sure.
then I think it will be very, very interesting.
I think
in JJ
JJ.
Claypool in the
Can we
third.
agree though that if JJ doesn't get an extension, he's a starter somewhere, right?
Yeah,
Like for example,
yeah.
James Conner situation, Lenny's situation. Like he's a starter somewhere.
For sure, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
What's up,
But I think
Drusif? Sorry.
No, I just feel comfortable.
What's up, Tunchi?
Don't you?
Haven't been one of these in a minute. What's up, brother? Jason says, would you trade the 108 in Dynasty Superflex startup draft, most likely JJ or Chase, for 211, 23 first, and a 23 second? Thanks. Love the content. That's an interesting question. I think the bigger question is, would you trade Jamar Chase? Who's at the 211 there? 211 is typically, I mean, T. Higgins is there. Jalen Waddle is there. So would you trade Jamar Chase for Jalen Waddle, a 23 first and a 23 second? That's a hard one, isn't it?
It is. It is tough.
I think I would do it.
Sorry.
No, I don't think I would. That is such a hard question, Jason. It says going to be targeting Trey at the 205 and T at the 211 or 305 ideally. It's so much easier to just do startup picks, but then when you put names to it, you're like, well, that's Chase.
Yeah, it is pretty tough. I think it depends on how you want to build that team. Like, yeah, you want to trade back for the 211. If you can maybe change that 203, that 23rd second, maybe to a third.
No. I think he's asking. He's
If
getting
that's
the
what
side.
This is what he's getting.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
He's not
Right.
getting the 108. He's sending the 108. You know what? I would say the thing that would put me over the top here is one more second. Can you grab the 24 second? That would put me over the top. That would be my counter. What's up, Tunchi? What's up, Kevin Hunter? What's up, brother man? What's up, Steven? All right, guys, we got a Dynasty Superflex startup draft
That's right, baby.
on today's show. Oops, that's our Patreon. In case you are interested in signing up, this is the draft that we're doing.
Oops.
Just with our Patreon, by the way, shout out to everyone who has signed up in the most recent days.
Juliet.
The Juliet League is filling up at a rapid pace. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 3 spots left in that Juliet League, and we opened it like 3 days ago. Leagues typically don't fill up that fast. So, interesting. I mean, huge shout out to everyone who has signed up recently. Let me just double check. Kevin Hunter signed up pretty recently. Jordan Pip, Drunken Donuts, Joshua Jenner, Jay Steele, Derek Rock. Shout out to all you guys who have signed up pretty recently. That Juliet League is filling rapidly.
That's right, baby. It is happening. It's all happening right now. What's up, Jason, Robin, J Rock, Steven? I see you. El Tigre, Dab on it, Kevin. Sheesh, the whole crew here. Daniel, D Lawrence.
I love it.
The whole crew, what's happening? India League can't wait to draft. Stephen Day said, "Yeah, I just acquired 6 2023 first round picks in our latest league, in the India League, and there's still some picks out there that I want to get." I currently don't have my first, my second, my third. I have 2 fourths though, and a couple of late round.
Let's look at the
have an extra eighth and something like that.
Let's look at this India League draft board already.
Yeah, but it's already crazy.
Is pretty crazy.
That's right. And Hotel is less than a week away.
Yes.
To draft in that league, which is really exciting. I have the 1-6 in that league, so I'm going to be testing it out. 5 days. Look at that. See you there. And then the India.
My goodness.
Go to that draft room right there. 12 days, and it is throw up.
It's hard for me to trade because I love the 210, the 3-3, 410, 5-3. So it's been really hard for me to do trades because I just love those spots so much. Pedro's got... Okay, so he's got quite a few picks in the first rounds and then 7th. JC, I think he's going more of a futuristic. Shane's about to get 2 top quarterbacks or whatever he plans on doing with that. J-Rock's got the 101, the 110, and 3 thirds. TC's holding strong here.
TC is
and Badaki, you've got like half the league's first round picks as well with JC.
Literally half the leagues.
Yeah.
First round picks. Yeah, I feel good. I feel good about that third that trade that we did, Steven. I think it was okay because essentially what I did was I traded my 312 for a first and my 4-1 for a first.
Yeah.
Where I was going to be trading my 312 and my 1-4 for 1 first. So it kind of worked out for me. I got 223 firsts within that, and I was okay with that.
Steven says, I have like 10 picks in the first 7 rounds, but no firsts. So we'll see what you do with these picks. I'm surprised, Steven, that your first pick is at the 212.
Yeah,
212, 39, 312. So we do have 2 picks in the 3rd. In the 5th we have 2. In the 6th we have 4. You still put together a pretty damn good squad there. All right, we got a mock draft today. Padaki, how can people join today's mock draft?
Yeah, super simple, super easy. The link is in the description below. It says join Discord here. Join our Discord. Click on that, and then you want to go to the Dynasty Damn It channel, and there's a Dynasty mock draft tab. I always get it wrong.
Yeah.
Click on that, and that's where we post a link every single time. So there's all love there, guys. Click on that. Once again, join the Discord. Link it below. Dynasty Damn It, Dynasty mock draft tab. I'm going to post a link right now in there. So everyone can join.
So again, join the Discord, link in the description. I can also paste it in the chat for you if you guys want to be a part of the mock. It's a first come, first serve type scenario.
That's right. Over 615 people in this Discord.
It's awesome.
I'm excited to see if we can get to 1,000 during the season. I mean, there's a lot of people that help everyone out. If we can't get to you, if you're not signed up to the fantasy hotline, we have a really great community that answers a lot of questions there.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we're almost full here. Kyle says 223 first between 106 and 110 and 24 first between 106. Sorry, I'm confused. 223 firsts. I guess you're projecting that they're going to be between the 1.6 and 110. A 24 first.
Between 1.6 and 110.
And Gabe Davis or Jamar Chase. 223 firsts. So let's just make it easier. 223 first, a 24 first, and Gabe Davis or Jamar Chase. That's pretty difficult, man. I would probably say the picks though.
I would say the picks. I think there's too much to give up. By the way, this draft is set to rookies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can switch that. He can switch that. Yeah, I would definitely take the picks there. As much as Jamar Chase, I mean, who are those picks? I guess you're getting. The thing is, you're getting.
I just think overall team construction is better with the picks.
Yeah. So you're getting 223 first towards the end, and then 123 fourth towards the end as well, and Gabe Davis. Yeah, it's a tough one, but I think I'm going with the picks. I mean,
It's close.
I guess you're just projecting that it's going to be at the end.
That's what it would cost for Jamar Chase, but again, it's probably not a good time to trade for Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson. Right now is probably not the right time to trade for them because it's going to ruin your team construction potentially. All right, we are doing a Dynasty SuperFlex startup draft. It's PPR, it's non-tight end premium. Quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, 2 flex, and a SuperFlex. 60 seconds on the clock. We're going to get this bad boy started here.
Dak said, I cannot believe you traded Watson for 23 first, saying it ain't so. He's going to play this year. I got his sell. Love Dak. Yeah, Zach and I were talking, and I was like, damn, like, Zach kind of convinced me after he was talking about Deshaun Watson. It was like, damn, maybe I only had Deshaun Watson in 1 league. So with all the allegations still coming out, worst case scenario is that he doesn't play this year, which sucks, and then plays the next year. But like, and that, it's really tough to really gauge because I'm selling him at the worst possible time. So I either hold him, or I can just get my first round pick back. Because essentially, if you look at that trade, I just traded away my 23 first for the one. I think it was 108 or something like that. I would say
personally, I feel like, would I rather have a 23 first or Watson? I don't know, man. I think I would lean Watson. It's close. I mean, I traded him away. I got a 24 first.
Yeah,
we'll take Kyler here. I got a 24 first and Justin Fields, so I felt better about that. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, who knows? Like the reality with Deshaun Watson is we don't even know if he's going to play again. We'll see.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing.
Steven says, is the Dynasty channel going to get quiet once the season starts? No, it'll still be popping off. Don't you worry. Hector says, I learned a ton from you guys. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. What's up, John? Shane says, don't mind me, just scouting for the Indie League. I love it. Kyle says, the guy who has the picks is a top 2 team in a 10-team league. Right. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Who's the other first though? If he has 2 23 firsts.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess with the Deshaun Watson thing, I think I wanted to get rid of him just in general. I was holding on to him, but the good thing about it, because I drafted that, I drafted an extra quarterback there, so I was pretty happy.
Yeah. Monty says, would you trade Swift for Lamb straight up? I feel like that's a dead even trade, but I'm struggling on letting Swift go. I mean, I guess it depends on what your team needs are, but yeah, I would trade Swift for Lamb straight up. Okay, so it's a little bit of a different first round because there's no Deshaun Watson. I think the official worry has set in. We see Chase at the 6, JT, Kyler, Justin Jefferson, Pitts, Trey Lance. So I think the worry around Deshaun has set in. Let's see where he ends up falling. I'll say this: the reports that are coming out, it's just getting worse and worse every week. So who knows? Kyle says the guy who has the picks is a top 2 team. I read that. Sorry, my bad. Dak says, just follow the money. He's the highest paid NFL player with no criminal charges. He's going to play and be hated. We'll see.
Probably.
We'll see. Definitely could happen.
We were talking about it in one of our other leagues. And bring Baker back. And that's what I was saying earlier. I was just like,
I don't think it's happening.
If he doesn't play, do they really want to just have Jacoby or rather bring Baker back? I think that they would rather bring Baker Mayfield back. Maybe Baker's going to come back and say, I want to come back. Cleveland's always my home, blah, blah, blah. Maybe Cleveland doesn't want to do that. They had to figure out something, but
yeah,
we got to wait and see.
Yeah, we do have to wait and see. It's tough. the court of public opinion is much stronger than we realize. And right now, that is definitely not in his favor, which, you know, take that with a grain of salt, because who knows what that means. But
maybe in a couple weeks, we would know what's going to happen, I think.
Sure.
Apparently, there was supposed to be some sort of verdict about what was going to happen with Deshaun this past week, they said. I read an article. I don't know if that was true or not. But,
yeah. Let's see, indeed. Monty says Browns should be ashamed they signed Watson to all that money and didn't have all the facts. Yeah, I actually went back and watched a video that we released titled "Is Deshaun a top 5 pick?" And yeah, I mean, at that point, I had all my convictions right. Should have stuck to my guns there. But again, you know, in drafts about a month ago, I was taking Watson around the 110. Now I don't think I would be comfortable to do that with what we know or what we've heard. It's tough, man. It's tough to really gauge that situation. Hey guys, 49 people watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you have yet to drop a like, could you do so?
You like that? You like that?
Could you drop a like for your boys? Wow. Let's see how many likes we can get together. Appreciate the love. Tunji says, contending team traded 105, 23-second, and Amari Cooper for Kamara and Mike Evans. I'm pretty okay with that. Yeah, Amari Cooper's definitely, we talked about it. I mean, how many people are affected negatively because of Deshaun Watson? It's quite a large list of people. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Amari Cooper, David Njoku, David Bell. So it's... I see a lot of people who are contending teams who are moving Amari Cooper, and I understand the concern. Drew Siv says, Baker doesn't seem like he wants to play there anymore. He requested a trade before they even signed Watson. It's a very good point. I read that article last night. I don't think he wants to be there either. Steven says, sad thing about Deshaun is that his rookie year, he built up a lot of social trust. That's true. Kevin says, let's get this Juliet League filled, fellas. I'm excited to play. Hell yeah, brother.
Look it up. Yeah, I think 3 more spots. If I'm not mistaken, Zach said it earlier. 3 more spots. I mean, there was always a trend with us, but usually people sign up on the weekend. I don't know. So the expectation that this should be filled up during the weekend.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
we never know.
It's quite sporadic. To be honest,
it is quite sporadic. But usually when people sign up, it's usually the weekend. Like this was the first time where it was like, it felt. I mean, this past time it was the weekend. We got like a couple people. Anyways.
No, not really. I feel like it's pretty sporadic. I don't know. I mean, remember how long it took for the India League to fill up?
Yeah,
the India League took like 3 weeks. So it's quite sporadic. Hector says, I won't draft Watson. The deets of the 24th case are super creepy. Yeah, you definitely want to see justice served, whatever that looks like. We would agree. Steven says, all he has to do was say, I never meant to take advantage of anyone, then settle out of court and make some donation or something. It's true. He was very close to settling 18 of those 22 cases. Dave says, I'll go change my setting and take one of those spots. Yes, sir. Dave, we did talk about that, so just let us know. Once you've done that, we'll send you a DM there. Robin says, traded Metcalf for 23 first, 23 second, and 24 first, and DJ Moore for a 23 first and 23 second. How'd I do? Robin, I think you did absolutely fantastic, brother.
Talk it up. Absolutely fantastic.
So you traded Metcalf for 2 firsts and a second. Someone massively overpaid for Metcalf, even though I love him. And then you traded DJ Moore for a 23 first and a second. Yeah, I think that's incredible value. Nicholas said, you guys talked me into selling CMC. Got D-Mont, 23 first, second, and Rondale Moore. I like it. I think it's good value for you, brother.
Give it a Rondale.
Especially if you're not competing right now. Okay,
Goddamn.
We had Najee go off the board, Jalen Hurts, Swift, CMC, Brees, Mark Andrews, Deshaun Watson. Okay, so he does fall to the 212. T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, Jalen Waddle, AJ Brown. You talked about this before. If you're going to draft Deshaun Watson, you need to probably draft another quarterback higher than anticipated, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly what I did in our last league. Maybe you know the 101 guy maybe needs to take Deshaun another quarterback at the 6-12, depending on how the board falls at the 5-1.
Yeah.
You know, whether that's a Tom Brady, a Kirk Cousins, you know, whoever the case may be, maybe that's something that you would have to look into. I'm on the clock here though. Let's see my rankings. I go with my guy here.
Son of a bitch.
Jalen and Justin, baby. Jalen and Justin.
All right, I'm feeling okay because T-Law's still here. Let's go, baby.
Where are we at? Dak says you guys should group up the starting league winners and make a playoff bracket for leagues champions. Who is the best starting team of the year? Champion only bracket. Hey, that's actually really cool. I think we got to get at least 12 people, 12 leagues going. I don't think we're there yet. That would be pretty cool though.
Robin says, "Thank you, sir. Been taking a lot of advice from you guys. That's good to hear, Robin. I'm glad to hear that." Kenny says, "What's good, fellas? What's up?"
What's happening, man?
Lewis says, "Was tough taking Watson there, but the upside was just I couldn't pass it. I get it. Definitely get it."
No doubt
Kyle says Deshaun Kraft.
That's what a lot of people are saying, that they're gonna he could be in the NFL. Deshaun Kraft is what the MLB player, right?
No.
Okay, never mind. I could be wrong. I don't know. That's what I thought.
So the reason you said Deshaun Kraft is because the Patriots owner did something similar, and he didn't really get any accountability.
Deshaun Kraft. There's an MLB player they were talking. Somebody, I think it was Stephen Day that said that.
Yes, I don't follow the MLB enough, but he's talking about Robert Kraft there. Lewis says, "I view Watson as my quarterback 3 with incredible upside." Definitely agree. Tunchi says, "When y'all's next dynasty draft that you were talking about?" The next dynasty draft, we have the Hotel League, which is drafting in 6 days. India League is drafting in 13 days. And then once the Juliet League fills, we'll set a draft date. So Tua goes at the 3-9. Then Debo and Stephon Diggs. So Tebow here started with Dak Prescott and Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp just got that 3-year extension.
Yeah, I was just looking at my rankings there. I was like, do I move him up? I don't know.
I think I always expected him to get extended. I mean, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. It doesn't change much for me.
I think I will probably have to move him up just one spot. I mean, I have Cooper Kupp, I feel like, higher than most.
Yeah.
I have him 6. I think I would still take... Right now, I have A.J. Brown over Cooper Kupp. Maybe I need to be putting Cooper Kupp over A.J. Brown. But that's hard, you know, like...
I don't feel like I'm going to move Cooper Kupp at all, personally.
No, that's okay.
I kind of expected him to get that extension. There goes Eckler off the board. Dak says Daniel Bellinger, breaking news, pulled a hammy. Is that true? It's early in the season, so he should be okay.
I don't think he did.
Did he? I don't know.
He said jokes. I think he said not, wink, wink.
Oh. Nicholas says Kirk Cousins and what to buy Watson. Kirk Cousins and what to buy Watson. Kirk Cousins and...
Feeling risky.
A second? Would that get the job done? Kirk Cousins in a 23 second? Sean Watson. Hey, Josie. Thank you for the sub, brother. Appreciate you.
Josie.
I would say Kirk Cousins in a second. We see Chubb off the board as well as Adams. Just catching up with the chat.
Yeah.
Drusa says Kraft's handy was much different than Predator Deshaun.
That's what I thought. So
Kyle says, I know pretty much nothing about the MLB. Definitely referring to Robert Kraft.
Right. Okay,
Dave says it's done. Awesome, Dave. We'll send you some information here afterwards. Excited to play another league with you. Steven says, all I know about the MLB is that they overcharge for beer and they have too many games. They actually do have too many games. I think even people who like baseball would agree. There's too many games at this point. Monty says, we had a guy drop Jameson Williams in my Dynasty League recently, and the league winner from last year ended up getting him. That is rough.
Right. That is rough.
It sounds like you might be playing with people who, you know, is it just like a friends league? And do some people just not understand who these players are? Is that the problem? That's really rough, man. That is really rough there. I want to offer some words of encouragement, but
I don't know what to do. Like,
what do you do? I don't know.
You gotta have a conversation. Was it a mistake? Did he just drop him because of what? You know, like, it's interesting. You're on the clock here.
Yes, I am. I think I'm gonna do Treylon Burks here.
Wow.
Great, because I'm gonna do Drizzy Drake Rogers.
Well, Dak is on the clock, so let's see what Dak
Oh
does.
shit! I'm over here telling him who we're gonna pick. Now he's gonna take him.
James Cook or Christian Watson? Christian Watson easily for me. I don't know about Badaki. I don't know if you
I think it's fairly even, honestly. I think it depends on what you want, but yeah, Christian Watson.
Yeah.
With Aaron Rodgers feels very, very nice.
Monty says, when is you guys' last chance to get in on one of these dynasty leagues? Because I'm tired of mine. Guys doing dumb stuff and not paying attention is really getting on my damn nerves. I get it, man. I get it. What Badaki and I's approach has always been with our follower leagues is we always ask ourselves when we fill a league, hey, like, do you feel comfortable to start another one? Do you still feel like you can give all your attention to all of the leagues that we have? So unfortunately, we couldn't give you like an exact number of leagues that we're going to do, but that's pretty much been our thing. Like, hey, do you feel comfortable? Do you feel overwhelmed? No? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I mean, at the moment, we want to be in more leagues. It's just really fun. So I don't know. I couldn't give you an exact amount, unfortunately. Drusev says maybe they dropped the wrong Jay Williams. There's 2 in the Lions. Yeah, true. Daniel says huge baseball / Dodgers fan here. I love that. Daniel, are you from LA? Please tell me you're from LA. If you're not,
LA,
it's okay,
man.
but I want to know where
LA.
in LA you're from. I miss LA. He says way too many games, but it keeps me sane until football season. That's true. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so Drake London, DJ Moore, Derek Carr, Deontay Johnson, and Dalvin Cook off the board here. That's true.
That's actually so true, Drew. Like, it's
actually, there are certain players that I have like quite literally no stock in.
Yeah.
Like for example,
sure.
like Derrick Henry. Like if Derrick Henry scores a touchdown, I have no reason to be excited because I don't have him in any league. He's one in particular. I'm trying to think of who else. But yeah, it's pretty funny. Steven says y'all could switch to Dynasty Best Ball if it starts getting close. Yeah, Best Ball is another fun way to play, sure. Daniel says from Albuquerque, New Mexico, a lot of LA teams here. That makes sense. A lot of fans there. Smooth Criminal says Dameon Pierce or George Pickens. It's easily George Pickens for me. I think Dameon Pierce probably is the better fantasy asset this year, but I don't think he's the better long-term career asset, in my opinion.
Yeah, I hear you. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Troy Bolton. No, wait, Troy Bolton.
Troy Bolton.
High School Musical.
Yeah.
You there?
Shout out to everyone who's watching. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. If the algorithm brought you here, welcome. If you have yet to subscribe, go ahead and consider dropping a sub. Also, if you could drop a like, every like does help us grow this channel. Guys, we are actually, I can't believe this, but we're close to 2,000 subscribers. We are currently 39 subscribers away from 2K, which is crazy.
That is
We've
crazy.
said this before, but our original goal was to have to get monetized by the season start, and you guys are awesome. And hopefully the content's been great. Nicholas says Devontae Adams keep or sell. Depends on your strategy, man. If you're in a rebuild, I would sell. But if you're contending, then I would keep him. Dak says, Zach, I bought tickets to Longhorns versus Alabama September 10th. My work paid 6
shit.
tickets, cost us $2,400 for 6 seats, and you're gonna be able to watch Bijan. Hey, Steven. Thank you for the
Appreciate you,
sub,
man.
Steven. Appreciate you.
Love
That
it.
is incredible. I love that. I love that for you, Dak. I'm kind of jealous. I can't lie. Kind of jealous. All right, so
yeah.
I currently have Javonte Williams and Treylon Burks. And to be honest with you, I feel like there's going to be a drop in running backs here soon. I actually prefer the running back tier rather than the wide receiver tier on the board at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and take J.K. Dobbins here.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
the second time I
typically
did that.
I don't typically go running back heavy, but in this draft in particular, I really valued the running back tier over the wide receiver tiers on the board at my picks.
Yeah, that's the second time I did that. I saw Cam Akers. He was just so much higher on the ADP than Josh Jacobs. I just didn't see him once again. I think I did that last time.
Yeah.
The day before yesterday. But it's all good. Joe C said, hey guys, first time catching the stream. Question: what is the difference for you between CeeDee Lamb and DJ Moore in picks? Lamb owner has offered him up for my DJ Moore in a 23 first, projected late.
Probably
Assuming that's
shouldn't
23
have to
first.
pay that much.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to get Lamb? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, that's what.
So he's trying to get
that's what I'm
Lamb,
saying.
and the guy's basically offering DJ Moore in a first. I don't think I could do a first. Have you tried to counter for a second? Because a second feels like more even value. 23 second in DJ Moore.
I think that's who he's getting. He was like, Lamb owner has offered him up for DJ Moore in a 23 first. Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying maybe counter with a second.
Yeah.
If I had CeeDee Lamb, would I sell him for DJ Moore in a second? No, absolutely not. But I also have no interest in having DJ Moore on my team. Let me not say that. It's not that I don't have any interest in having him. It's just that I don't really want to sell an elite talent like CeeDee Lamb for DJ Moore. But in the same breath, a lot of people are absolutely positively obsessed with DJ Moore in Dynasty. So that would be the counter I would try.
I'm the complete opposite. Like I don't want DJ Moore on any of my team. I don't have any stock of DJ Moore. We were just talking.
We're
about
on the
him
same
earlier.
page there.
Yeah. Sorry. I think you were saying you kind of have stock, or you're willing to give him a chance. Maybe I didn't really listen to that properly.
No, you
But
didn't.
I just don't want anything of him.
I didn't say anything like that. Pay attention, man. Steven says, invited my league to watch the India draft. Love that. Smooth Criminal says, currently have Chase and T. Higgins on the team. Do you recommend trading one of them or riding the Bengals wave? Depends on what you can get.
Yeah.
If you can trade T. Higgins, I'm thinking like a Jalen Waddle. That would intrigue me. If I can kind of make a lateral move. Joseph says, I can no longer bring myself to take Burks over London after the asthma stuff and his wide receiver looking depressed. I'm assuming he's saying wide receiver coach. I can respect the take. Doesn't worry me as much as everyone else, but I respect it.
I'm worried about, all those guys. Nothing positive has come out of camp there. At least it feels like it, Same thing with Malik. Nothing positive with Treylon. Ryan Tannehill already saying, I don't give a shit about Malik, basically. I don't care if he wants to learn from me or not. Like, it just doesn't feel like good energy that's coming from the Titans. And that's kind of worrisome. I mean, it's probably really means nothing, but from the outside looking in, it's like, damn, like this just feels like they're gonna struggle.
Yeah, I just think it's an overreaction. I'll keep saying that. We're in June. And people are worried about a prospect that they watched, hours of film on. It is what it is. It's okay. And we've already talked about players who have been very successful with asthma. Nicholas says, thoughts on Devonta Smith? Got offered a 23 first and a second for Smith and plus Smith for Devontae Adams. So you got offered a 23 first and a 23 second plus Devonta Smith for Devontae Adams. If you're rebuilding, I would take the Smith side. I'm not obsessed with Devonta Smith in Dynasty. I love the talent, don't love the situation. But I think that's enough value for me to move Adams.
Yeah, I like Devonta Smith. I believe in him. I believe in this team, and you know what Jalen Hurts can do. I'm a Jalen Hurts believer. With AJ Brown there now, I think he it sounds weird enough to say. I think he can be more consistent. You know, I think AJ Brown is gonna demand a lot of attention.
JGM says CD could be wide receiver 40 on the year and still be considered a top 5 dynasty receiver. I mean, look, if he actually was wide receiver 40, I know it's an overreaction, but no, he wouldn't be top 5. But let's see what he does this year. I think it's a big year for a breakout.
What the hell? I definitely meant to pick Elijah Mitchell. It's okay. That's Elijah Mitchell, guys.
Nope. See.
Right? I just saw the E, so I just clicked on it.
Levon C says JT/Higbee or Kelsey, Cook, Mooney in a 23 first. Higbee's kind of irrelevant to me. Look, if you're competing, then Kelsey, Cook, Mooney in a first. I think there is more value on that side. But if I'm not competing, I don't want to invest in Kelsey Cook. So I guess it just depends on the strategy. JGM says also he didn't just develop asthma. Seems like an overreaction. It's June. Exactly. Like what everyone thinks he just automatically developed it right now. You don't just develop asthma right now. He's been playing with this for a little while.
Oh, come on, dude.
Steven says the Tannehill thing might have been overblown. Yeah.
Best pick in the draft, baby.
All right, Kamara's off the board. Pat Surtain just drafted Kamara. It might be an auto. I don't know. There goes Elijah Moore.
Come on, team. Let's go, team. Let's go. Game 3 here.
Oh, is game 3 on right now?
Nah, it starts at 11. 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
11 our time, Eastern Standard Time, or Australian Standard Time. Australian Eastern.
55 people watching. I want to ask you a question. What is a player that you believed in heavily? And look, if you're relatively new to Dynasty, maybe you don't have that player yet. But I want to know a player that you went to bat for, you believed in with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and it didn't work out. Tell me, who's that talent that came in from college that you thought this guy's going to change the league and it did not work out? Let me know. Joshua says 23 first, 23 second and Kittle, or Debo and Andrews. Again, I really think it depends on your strategy, but I think I would lean the picks there. Joseph says asthma can react uniquely depending on an environment. Yep. He could have been fine in Arkansas and then it could be worse in Tennessee. That's very true. Just doesn't worry me at this point, but I understand people's worries. I personally, if people are worried about this, I see it as a buying opportunity for Treylon. There's no way I'm selling any of my Treylon stock because of this that's come up. Dak says Deshaun Watson. JW says Daniel Jones so far.
Yep.
Clyde said, or Dave says Clyde. Levon says Burks. We can't say Burks didn't work out yet, or Mooney.
I think he's just asking.
Oh, you're
for
asking.
Mooney.
Okay. Burks easily for me. It's actually not close in my rankings. And see, just that question though, I think again, everyone needs to go buy Treylon Burks. Just that question. I'm not saying it's a bad question, but that's a question people are actually asking. Burks's value is at a real low, and I think it's a really prime time to go and buy him. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Some also context that is missing in that first practice is that it was the hottest day in Nashville since 1902. That first practice when he was huffed over and that photo was taken. It was 100. It was the hottest day in Nashville since 1902. A lot of things have happened since 1902, guys.
Yeah.
MP said, oh, Josh Rosen, Michael. Pain.
Yeah, GG's.
What did Josh Rosen say when he got drafted? There's 7 teams who made a mistake today.
Yeah, 17 teams. They're going to regret it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
So, okay, bro, calm down.
Well,
I'm on the
MP,
board here.
MP said, getting married on Saturday, meant to be practicing my speech, but here I am, baby. Need a break.
I love it.
My wife just walked in and she was like, wait, what? Oh, you know what, MP? You know, just do it on the day. Say it from the heart. That's exactly what I did. Ellen's all about setting up a speech, you know. You need to have it written. Right there.
I don't think I want to draft Amari Cooper anymore.
They can't see you.
I need to adjust my rankings. I don't love the wide receivers on the board there. I'm going to go Elijah Mitchell. I keep liking the running back value this draft. I need to adjust my rankings. I do not want to take Amari Cooper as high as I was previously anymore. We need to do a rankings update. All right, so Sky, Mike Willie, Jameson at 7-2 is pretty great value. Mooney, AJ Dillon off the board.
He said, MP, I'm writing it out.
By the way, MP, congratulations on getting married. That's huge.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's huge. Hey, ATJ93. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. We are currently, just 2K watch, we are currently 37 subs away from 2K. Wow.
Maybe we should have a little countdown.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that.
Oh, this draft is ruined. Once I took Zeke, I'm so dumb.
MP got to keep priorities. Steven said, MP, you should let the chat write your speech. That's rough. Jimmy G to the Browns. Andrew's 89 jersey going underneath the suit. I love it.
Imagine. That's funny.
I love that. Yeah, I wore Dwayne Haskins underneath my my wedding suit.
R.I.P.
No, I didn't. No, definitely didn't.
You know what's so funny that I just thought of? I don't know why. One of our friends, every time his favorite player, like in his peak, was Julio Jones. Yeah. And he used to message him every other Sunday saying, "Hey man, like I hope you have a great game. I hope you have a great game tomorrow, like Saturday night." And it would just be like the funniest thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Remember when he used to do that?
I do remember that. SG. We'd always message Julio and be like, "Hey man, expecting a big game out of you. Good luck. You got this. Remember, you're the best in the league."
Like, yeah, he's giving
as if Julio ever read it. Yeah. That's so funny.
That's so funny.
Okay, Sanders off the board. So this is what I was hoping. I was hoping that I was going to get Allen Robinson to drop to me here. And there he is. Welcome to the squad, brother.
Wow.
Welcome to the squad.
Any idea on the potential suspension for Kamara? No, not yet. We haven't heard. To be honest, we haven't heard anything. League hearing was postponed. Kamara's legal case pending in Las Vegas has been pushed back to August 1st. So I imagine August 1st we're going to find something out. That is a long way away. He's facing 2 battery-related charges. That is interesting. Let's see. Let's see what happens from it. Let's see. Vincent says, I think it's funny how Kenneth Walker gets drafted as 103, 104 in rookie drafts, but then in a startup always falls so late. I actually tend to agree. I was considering Kenneth Walker here at the 5'8". I think that might have to do with running back scarcity in this class in particular, but I kind of agree with the sentiment. Dak says, okay, MP, here's the toast from the guys. It's to honor, get honor, stay honor, and don't get offer till you get off honor. Oh, God. That's rough. That is rough. Definitely don't take Dak's speech there. ATJ, thanks for the sub, bro. He says, would you guys take Gabe Davis, Dotson, or Christian Watson? I have picks 8, 12, 9, 1 turn. Davis is the one I'm least interested in there. And then it's between Dotson or Watson for me. I think I still lean Christian Watson, but it's getting closer and closer. I really have loved the reports from Dotson. He's a standout of Washington's camp so far. But no, I think I lean Watson there. Kyle says Allen Robbins' son. Love it, because he's a steal. He's a steal to draft. I love it.
Oh my gosh, what is happening? Daniel goes, I believe fish and people could coexist peacefully. George W. Bush.
Just an iconic speech. Thanks, George.
George Bush hates black people. Shout out to Kanye.
Kanye West. Oh my God, I love that clip. And then, who is it? Mike Myers? Hey, AK Vincent. Hey, thanks for the sub, Vincent. Appreciate you. Sub watch. We are currently 35 subs away. 35 subs away from 2K. Okay, we should change the clock to 30 seconds. I'm gonna do it right after this pick. George Bush doesn't care about black people. And then Mike Myers' face, he's like,
I love how people react. Okay, and I'm gonna try to look.
You can also see in I think Chris Rock's face in the next scene as well.
Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Kanye West, the George Bush hates black people. Let's see. It was a hurricane relief too, like.
Yeah, well, wasn't it based around, I think it was based around what happened in
yeah, I think it was.
No, wasn't it Haiti? Was it not Haiti?
I don't remember. Oh, I'm looking it up. It just says, I can't read it. It just says hurricane relief. Okay. But I can't read the top part of this clip.
I can't remember.
No, it says no on live television during a fundraiser for victims of Hurricane Katrina. Kanye West declares President Bush, the United States of America, George Bush doesn't care about black people. Well, that was really very descriptive. I'm on the clock here.
Okay, it was Katrina. Dave says, I remember when you guys had just a couple hundred subs. Congrats, you earned it. Appreciate you, Dave.
Appreciate you, man.
Dave, you've been you were in one of our first follower leagues, so we appreciate you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And our draft is coming up soon. I'm excited to snipe ya. I'll take Davis Mills here, my third QB at the 9-8. Jason says, do you guys see the hoops in the Celtics game were set too high in pregame warm-ups?
Oh, word?
Something fishy. No, who knows?
In Boston, right? They're in Boston now?
Yeah, they're in Boston now.
Oh, classic Boston. Freaking shit, man.
Nah, it's all about the Red Sox. Boston.
No.
I can't do a Boston accent.
Is shit.
Kyle says Chris Rock has experience with being shocked on air. That's right. He recovered so well from Will. True.
That's so funny.
The fact that he recovered so well and people had to ask, was that real? I mean, that's just props to Chris Rock. ATJ says, how do you guys feel about AJ Dillon for Dynasty? He's only 24, has shown he can produce. I do think he's undervalued, sure. I currently have AJ ranked as my wide receiver, my running back. 22.
I have him 22. Yeah, I have him 22. I have them back-to-back, AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. We did do a little video about Aaron Jones as well. Yeah, very interesting. You should check that out.
Wait, Druso says Red Sox are the least liked team in Boston. Is that true? I feel like really, maybe probably the Bruins though. If we're talking about professional sports, I don't know how big hockey is there. I feel like the Red Sox, so much history. I loved visiting their field. I really liked that area as well. That area of Boston was so cool.
Never been to Boston. Never want to go to Boston. Shit city.
Just a hater.
Never been there. I'm joking. Never been there. So nice people out there.
Steven Ludwig says, fellas, can we call trades Quakes? In fact, our league name is Pardon My Quake. Anyway, a magnitude 9 quake occurred yesterday. The magical 3-way. I love it.
Oh, wow.
3-ways are hard to pull off. Team 1 says, gave up AJ Brown, got Clyde Jacoby in a 23 second. Really don't like that for Team 1.
And 2 23/3.
Don't care. I don't like that. It's all about quantity over quality for me. Team 2 says, gave up Higgins, Javonte in a 23 second. And a 23 third, got AJ Brown and Najee. Okay, so that's relatively even. I think I'm still going Higgins, Javonte side there. Team 3 gave up Jacoby, Clyde, Najee, got T and Javonte. I think Team 3 is the big winner there. To give up, because let's say Najee and Javonte is a wash. That's how I'm looking at it. Essentially, Team 3 gave up Jacoby and Clyde for T. Higgins. That's highway robbery for Team 3. That's the way I'm viewing it.
I hear you. Drew said, yep, I live here. People love the Bruins. People don't like baseball anymore.
Wow. Chris, I love that. Baby girl, I love you so much. I'd slap Chris Rock for making fun of you.
Oh,
Dave says
baby,
that
when
makes
you
no
talk
sense.
like
The
that.
Red Sox are Boston. I know. I feel like there's such a strong culture and history there. Dak says, oh man, cheers. The Quake 3-way crown award. I love it. Steven says, I'm Team 3. Congratulations, bro. I honestly don't know. Like, whoever Team 1 is there, I don't understand what their thought process is. But yeah, I mean, the fact that you were essentially able to move Jacoby and Clyde for T. Higgins is ridiculous. Yeah. What skill player would you look to trade Joe Burrow for? In a Superflex league, there's no one skill player I would rather have than Joe Burrow. But guys like Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson would be a start, and then I would look for, more draft compensation as well. All right, so we got Gabe Davis, Tony, Michael Thomas, Kareem Hunt, Christian Kirk, Hunter Renfrow, Melvin, and Devin, and then Malik Willis off the board.
Dreaming in the rocket's red glare. Sing it. The bombs bursting. How good's America? Not good, actually.
Oh, I like America.
Through the night. I put predictions in the chat here. Playing back in Boston, the Celtics, the Warriors. Who you got? What's your over under? What's a bold prediction here for Game 3? Talk it up. Oh shit. I need to go back to America.
Algier, Hopkins, and Carter off the board. Dude, I miss America often. Quite often.
Right. Are you missing America just because what you can get there, or just because?
I miss living in LA, to be honest. I miss like the friendship I had there with some, like, we had like 2 friends that we just, both Korean and I. It's pretty rare to find like a couple that you can hang out with like literally every day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we had that. I'll take Alec Pierce here. And then also, I just loved being in LA. I'm a big sports person. any day I could buy a $5 ticket, go see a Clippers game, and then, no one's at Clippers games, so I could move down to courtside and watch, anyone I wanted to. Literally any artist that you want to watch, they're there. If you want college football, it's there. If you want NFL, you got nice beaches if you go, south towards San Diego. You got a bunch of fun places to hang out. You got the Dodgers. You can go $5 tickets, have a fun outing. Pretty nice parks.
Yeah, I think like.
And also really nice, like, shopping in like malls and stuff.
No, for sure. I went to LA once. I went to LA once when LA opened.
Yeah.
I went there and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Someone said this once, and I think it's so true. So when people go to New York, they want to see Rockefeller Center. They want to see the, what's it called?
The Rockefeller, the Empire State Building.
The Empire State. They want to see the Statue of Liberty. And you get to see that in New York. You see it. You see Times Square. You visually see it. People, when they go to LA, they expect to see Hollywood. But you don't see Hollywood. It's just a bunch of homelessness around that area.
It's just like, when I think of LA, I thought about, I'm gonna go to like, you think of all these places. I'm gonna go like Rodeo Drive. I'm gonna go to the shopping malls.
Rodeo Drive is cool.
I'm gonna say like famous people, but like it's like a strip. It's like a small strip, isn't it? And like after that, it's just like done. Like there's two strips. Like the one that's super expensive, where like you go and like you see like what is it, the Jimmy Kimmel show, and it has like.
Are you talking Beverly Hills?
So when I went to LA, there was two places that I specifically remember that were really nice. There was one that was a strip that had all the shopping malls.
Okay, yeah, that's Beverly Hills.
Right, and there was a second strip that like where everyone goes, where people on the street, and you see like Batman, Spider-Man, and you see like the
that's Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah, those are the two places that I can think of when I think of LA, and obviously like the Hollywood sign, and like the beaches, or like the one that beach that has a Ferris wheel from
Santa Monica
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, it's Grand Theft Auto.
All right.
Other than that, like that's all I can think of LA.
The funny thing is, with that is local people who live in LA, Hollywood Boulevard is like the worst place that you could describe. No one wants to go to Hollywood Boulevard. It's extremely touristy. There's homelessness there. It doesn't smell all that good. Like no one who lives in LA is routinely going to Hollywood Boulevard. They would probably actually prefer to avoid the area. But that's where.
And then Venice Beach too.
A lot of
Venice
people
Beach,
go.
I went there. I thought it was cool.
Venice
and I
Beach,
was like,
Malibu is pretty nice.
I thought it was cool, and I was like, damn, it's just dirty. Bunch of homeless people.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of hippies.
Yeah. Miss it. Catching up over there on the Twitch chat. Sorry that we didn't reply to you earlier. It says, I'm in a SuperFlex Dynasty League. I have Trey Lance and Jimmy G. How do you feel about any of these guys for quarterback 2? Mariota, Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson. I feel better about Zach Wilson than the other 3. But if you're looking for a temporary fix, Mariota might be the cheapest.
Yeah.
Come here now, Beach. What's up, brother? He says, Zach, miss Alabama. Florida over California.
Hey, Florida.
Florida.
What's up, Noah? Lewis, Warriors by 2. Daniel, Warriors in 5. Steven, Warriors in 6. By the way, Boston wins tonight in a close one. Steven said. AGT, I have Najee, Deshaun Watson, Dak, AJ Brown, Dalvin, and Bateman going into the 8th. That's great.
I think that's a good squad. He set up above as well. He said it's his first time doing Dynasty. He feels like he did some trades that haven't turned out so well. It is a learning experience, and hopefully we can help on this channel, as we go through live streams and bunch of content on our page. So I'm glad that you're into Dynasty, because it's addicting once you start. It's a good addiction, a good distraction to have in your life. Yeah, one of those healthy distractions.
What's good, J Rock? Lewis says under 215 for Golden State and Boston. Steve says, what are the 3 proudest states in the U.S.? I would have to say number 1 has to be Texas.
Okay, I can see that.
Um,
That's probably true, actually.
Other than that, I would say New York. New Yorkers are pretty proud. But the thing is, New York is like a melting pot. You know, like you have a lot of people from around the world that will claim New York as their home. You know, like a lot of immigrants, which is fine.
I'm trying to think because I feel like
Tatum's shoulder is already hurt. That's not good.
that's a really good question.
Correct.
Texas definitely stands out for sure.
I can't really think of one. I was gonna say like those interstates. Those interstates love tradition. When I say interstates, I mean like Kansas. Like where you're from. Like I think those
I'm
states.
not from Kansas.
Shit. Where are you from?
I'm from Missouri, Kansas City.
Right. So like that state, I think it's
Missouri.
very like that they're very like traditional. That's what I think of when I think of those interstates, but I definitely could be wrong. Obviously.
Right. I think it just depends on the community. I mean, you find different people in every state. Yeah, I don't know. It's a really good question. I think Texas is really the only state that stands out to me.
Eat corn. Kansas has tradition. Eat corn shoots. Yeah, that's it.
Kansas
that's
is
it's sports, man.
Kansas
Dad was
and
born in
Kansas City are two very, very different places. But a lot of times when you tell people you're from Kansas City, they're like, "Oh, the Wizard of Oz," especially here in Australia. Like, where are you from? Kansas City. Oh, so you're from where the Wizard of Oz is? No, I'm not. But that's all people know. Kansas City is actually up and coming city.
Yeah, that man.
Lewis says went to Cali. It was lit. Love that. Dak did not like LA.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of LA when I went.
Noah said, "Do you guys think the trade I made yesterday was bad? Be honest." I got no problem being honest. Let's see the trade. I don't remember. So many trades happened. The trade you made yesterday. So one happened 4 hours ago. Is that what you're talking about, Noah? I'm trying to find a trade from yesterday. Maybe that's what you meant? The one that happened 4 hours ago?
Oh my gosh.
Or is it the one with Billy? I think that's probably the one he's talking about.
Billy on the street.
Honestly, this is so much to look at. I don't even know what to say. So you got the 211, 302, 611. I'll take B-Rob here. Second, third, first.
He said no.
No, I don't think that's a bad trade. It definitely makes a very clear direction for your team. I don't think it's a bad move. I think it makes sense for both teams.
What's the trade? I was trying to find it. I still can't find it.
I honestly don't want to read it all out because there's like 10 picks involved.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I think it was relatively even.
Okay. Oh shit! I was on the clock. My bad. My bad, guys.
Dad was born in KC. I'm in Nebraska. Love that. Nebraska's got a lot of cornfields, though.
Nebraska, Idaho.
Kansas City don't play, Kyle says. Kansas City barbecue, I'll tell you what, that will change your life.
I bet you it would.
Floridians have pride, that's true.
Yeah, Florida. Yeah, freaking.
Kansas City has the greatest disc golf. Kansas City, by the way, also has the most fountains of any city outside of Paris. So, there you go. I don't listen to Tech 9. I know he's from KC, though. Dave's in Iowa right now. I love that.
Dave, you be traveling. You just be traveling, right? You be going everywhere, my guy.
I've been everywhere, man. All right, last round here. Last round.
Yeah, there was this bomb-ass barbecue spot in Florida. I forgot what was it called, but I think the owners were from KC. Oh, my goodness. They had, like, this really nice, crazy brisket, and they had mashed potatoes, and they had a little side of mac and cheese.
Hey. What's up, Zach? Thank you. Thank you for the sub,
Appreciate
Zach.
you, brother.
Appreciate you. Speaking of barbecue, that's what I always miss the most about Kansas City. That and my fam. Like, I've got some family there. but there's this place called Jack Stacks. It's my favorite. There's a lot of good barbecue places in Kansas City, but man, Jack Stacks will change your life. And baked beans, like baked barbecue beans,
Oh,
I can't explain what that will do for your mental health. Because it's very good things.
yeah. Brandon said, I'm from St. Louis, not too far. Always get barbecue when I'm in town.
Love that. I like St. Louis. St. Louis got some decent barbecue. JT says, or AJ says, does the flow of the draft determine whether or not you guys go young or win now? I would say in most of our leagues, we do pre-draft trading. So depending on where I am on the board and the moves I made pre-draft, typically that will determine what I do. However, I would say that, yeah, I mean, you know, for example, if Devontae Adams is on the board in the end of the 5th round, maybe I would consider, hey, this is a great chance for me to get value. Running backs, not so much. Running backs don't sway me as much. You know, but yeah, I guess it really does depend.
Yeah.
No, there is not really any good barbecue down under.
There's not much good of anything here in Australia.
Thai food. They have great Thai food.
We always go to that.
Because it's true. I mean, it's the one thing that we can hang our hat on. And charcoal chicken.
Yeah, the Lebanese know how to cook some chicken. Tell you that much.
Very true. All right, we're going to do quick draft grades here. Badaki, why don't you start off with Team 1, Susie.
Susia, if you know where I'm coming from. All right, Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson, Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota. I like it because you got Deshaun, but you got some guys you kind of lean on just in case he doesn't come back. At least for this year. You got T. Higgins, Rashawn Bateman, Jahan Dotson, Jacoby Myers, KJ Osborne. I like the wide receiver room. I think it kind of falls off, but with all the hype with Jahan Dotson, it could be nice. It could be nice. ETN, Say, Melvin, Singletary, Kenneth Gainwell. I think it kind of falls off. Melvin Gordon there. I think there's some other value I would have picked. Maybe Cordero Patterson, maybe a Michael Carter. I think after this year, Melvin could be done. Could be a fat GG's for Melvin. And then Dalton Schultz, another guy we like. Hey, you never know. Maybe he gets an extension or there could be a problem. Overall, this is a good team. I give it a B+.
Yeah, I like this team. If Watson, plays.
Yeah, this is
point,
nasty.
It's a really good team. McBusted draft. Patrick Mahomes, Malik Willis, and Goff. So obviously weak at the quarterback 2 spot. Okay, this is not a tight end premium league. So Andrews, Kelsey, I feel like this is probably going to hurt our overall team build. Joe Mixon, Dalvin Cook, James Cook. So we've got 2 good vet running backs. James Cook is there as well. There's not a ton of depth outside of that. Our wide receiver 1 is Devonta Smith. Not in love with that. I love the value of Jameson Williams, but it is a pretty weak wide receiver room overall. Not loving the quarterback 2 spot. Not loving the running back depth. Not loving the wide receiver room as a whole. There's just no elite guys there. Obviously, you're great at tight end, but it's not a tight end premium league. So I feel like if you go that early on Mark Andrews, you probably shouldn't be spinning up on Kelsey there. So I'm going to say this is like B- territory for me.
Okay. El Tigre, Herbert, Pickett, Matt Ryan. Love it. Breece Hall, Monty, Algier, Herbert, and Ingram. I think that's also a good price for Ingram there on the bottom, even though I know everyone's worried about Williams. You never know what can happen. And then you got Waddle, Deontay Johnson, Watson, Kirk, Tolbert, Ross. Some good running backs, some good youthful guys there. And then George Kittle. Look, overall, I feel like this team is good. I love the Breece, Waddle, Deontay, Pickett. I mean, these first 5 picks really slam dunk. And then I think there's some other people I would have taken, and I think I like Monty. Maybe I'll take a shot. Elijah Mitchell was still available. Maybe I'll take Elijah Mitchell over Monty. I like George Kittle there. Christian Watson's good. Matt Ryan, maybe just a little bit too early. I definitely probably would have taken a chance on somebody else, like of Matt Ryan at the 13-3. You know, Jared Goff was there, Carson Wentz was there. Maybe you could have got some other value somewhere else at the 9-3 instead of getting Matt Ryan. You know, George Pickens was there, Brandon Cooks was available, Gabriel Davis, Kadarius Toney. But I get what you were doing. I think overall it's still a good team, though. I'll give it a B flat.
All right, 7. We got Lamar, Derek Carr, Wentz. I'm okay with that quarterback room. Running backs, we got CMC, Aaron Jones, Kareem Hunt, Madison Price. You know, I'm not anti-CMC. I just don't want to take him over Breece Hall, personally. But I do understand that a lot of people in the Dynasty community are against that take. But just for me, I'm thinking about how young Breece is. I do view him as an elite talent. He's only 20 years old. Hasn't gotten that second-year contract. The reason you don't take Breece is if you're worried that he's not able to produce on the field. So I understand it, but I am heavily Breece over CMC myself. It's a good running back room overall, though. There's just not a lot of youth there, if we're honest. Wide receivers, we got A.J. Brown, Terry Scary McLaurin, Elijah, Juju, and D-Hop. D-Hop at the 11-4 is pretty great value. I have to be honest. I know that the suspension is there, but that's pretty good value. I think that's a steal at that point. Goddard, Ertz, I think is a good combo. So overall, I like this team. I think it, you know, if Breece Hall is there, I feel better about the longevity. But you know, it's still a good team. I'm giving this B, it's a B flat territory for me. Pat doesn't have a second quarterback here.
Who? Oh yeah, Pat. Yeah. Sorry, I was reading what T was saying. Pastor 10, you don't have a second quarterback, which really hurts this because it is a super flex. But you do have Swifty, Kamara, Carter, Spiller, Edmonds, and White. I like Swift and Kamara, but I think it kind of falls. And then Michael Carter. I actually like the top 4 running backs, then it falls off. I don't want anything of Chase Edmonds, et cetera, et cetera. And then DK Moore, Wilson, Cooper, Michael Thomas, Miko Harmon. Am I really going Michael Thomas to the 10-8 there? I don't know. Let me ask Christian Kirk, Michael Thomas.
Kirk for me. I know people don't like it. I don't want anything to do with Michael Thomas.
Yeah, say less.
Been saying that for 2 years now.
Saying that for a while. I mean, we could probably say the same for Bell, Pierce, maybe a Gallup, Alan Lazard, depending on how you feel. But I think the wide receiver room is really strong. Then you got Waller and Pat the Dragon. You got Mecole Hardman down there. I think the biggest downfall is that second quarterback. I know you were going on auto draft for a couple picks, so maybe you weren't able to get that, or you were away or something like that. But I'm gonna give it a B-, C+ area. It's good pieces.
Yeah.
But that QB2 is crucial.
I'm just thinking about how long we've been telling people to sell Michael Thomas. Like, it's been a long time, and we've been advocating for him to be a sell.
Yeah, just go with the youth there,
but
I guess.
Look, win now teams, who knows? All right.
Yeah.
Badaki, Dak, here we go. JT, Najee, Ken Walker. That's one hell of a running back room. You don't have much depth, but, you know, in a traditional league, we still have probably 10 to 11 more picks. Wide receiver room, we got Michael Pittman, Jerry Jeudy, Mike Will, Davis, Ridley, MVS, and Shakir. So let's hope that Jerry Jeudy can take the next step. I think it's safe to say this is not an elite wide receiver room. I don't think that's an over-exaggeration saying that, but it is a good wide receiver room. Our quarterbacks, we got Aaron Rodgers, Ryan Tannehill, Jameis Winston, and Desmond Ridder. So I don't mind going the late quarterbacks. Typically, you get the most value on quarterbacks in a startup draft. Obviously, we're not elite at quarterback, though. Tight end, only Trey McBride. So if we're trying to win now, because we have Aaron Rodgers, we have Ryan Tannehill, we got great running backs, and we have good wide receivers. Mike Williams, Davis, those guys kind of feel like win now guys. So I would say we probably needed to draft a better tight end to fit our win now strategy. McBride is going to be stuck behind Ertz, so maybe we should have prioritized tight end a little bit early, or, you know, gone with someone who is starting. You know, there was Fant there was Henry. But overall, I would say it's a good team. This is B+ territory for me.
Okay. D. Lawrence, Wilson, Tua, Jimmy G. I like it. Jefferson, Hill, Godwin, Monty, Pickens, Thielen, Parker. I like it as well. And then your running backs, you went a little bit late RB strategy with an older room, I guess you can kind of say, with Derrick Henry, Miles Sanders, Ramondre, and Cordell Patterson. I actually don't mind this strat. The 6'4" there, Kenneth Walker was still available. That's something that I would have done. That's very interesting. Miles Sanders at the 8'4". I actually don't mind that. So I think that's the only nitpick I have to say. You know, if you believe in Kenneth Walker, if you believe that he's gonna get that workload and want to go youth, I would have gone Kenneth Walker or Ken Walker, excuse me, and then David Njoku down there. I think overall this team is good. I think this is the best team so far in my eyes. I feel like it's not an A team, but in my opinion, it is the best team out right now. So B+ A- area.
Yeah.
That's my thought process.
Okay, I don't know if anyone saw me smirking. I'm sorry to interrupt this, but NFL Memes just posted something, and I thought it was hilarious, so I just wanted to show everyone. Can everyone see this on the stream? Let me see. Okay, yeah. At home with Baker Mayfield. At home with Deshaun Watson. The massage parlor.
GG's.
This thread is just incredible. Deshaun Watson after every sexual misconduct lawsuit filed against him. I got one more on me. Deshaun Watson literally has more sexual assault cases as the Cleveland Browns have wins from 2011 to 2017. This is just an incredible thread.
Gosh.
The Browns doing their due diligence before signing Deshaun Watson. I don't think they did enough. Browns, did you do that shit? Watson, no. Cool. Here's $230 million. This is actually so true. If Calvin Ridley was suspended an entire year, I don't know. Just thinking out loud. I don't want to play
Just
that.
thinking out loud.
This is interesting. I mean, it's just clips from practice, him throwing picks. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Thought I would share. Okay. E-Man. We got Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, Baker Mayfield. So it's a good quarterback room. I mean, none of these guys have really proven themselves, but there's a chance to get some top 12 guys there. And there is youth. Our wide receivers, we got CeeDee Lamb, Deebo Samuel. I'm going to go ahead and cover our faces here. Cortland Sutton, which I think was really good value there at the 8-3. Claypool, Bell, Rondale Moore. Running backs are Gibson, A.J. Dillon, Clyde, and Penny. So, look, I would say this is not an elite team in quarterbacks and running backs, but I think it's a good team. I think there's good running backs here. There's good quarterbacks. You're elite at tight end. You are really, really damn good at wide receiver, if not elite. So this fits the B+ category. Again, I couldn't put it in A because we're not elite at every position, but I will put it B+ again.
Okay. Ryan Ravens, T-Law, Stafford, really strong. Diggs, Adams, Kelsey, Hollywood, really strong. Lenny, and Brandon Cooks, by the way, that's great. Lenny, James Conner, Pollard, White, and Ronald Jones, I like. And then you went with the 3 tight ends. Albert, are you okay? And Brevin Jordan. Just kind of did a little thing there where you just went for every position, like the first 4. Anyways, oddly enough, I like it. Yeah, I like Diggs, Adams, Kelsey, Hollywood, and Brandon Cooks with Lenny and James Conner and Tony Pollard and Ronald Jones just in case. And you do have Lenny's backup.
I'll tell you what, this team worked out really well.
This is so weird. This is probably the best team, even though it's kind of, this is the win now strat. So I do like this team. This probably is the best team out right now. I will give this team the A.
Yeah, A- territory.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tebow, we got Dak, Brady, Matt Corral. So hopefully, that doesn't seem like a ton of security in our second quarterback, you know, after Brady leaves, but I think right now we're pretty damn good. Running backs, we got Eckler, Chubb, Jacobs, Pierce. I'm not a huge fan of spending this high of a pick on Nick Chubb. I don't know where you stand, Badaki. But for me, I just with the unknowns of Watson, I don't know. Like, does Chubb truly have top 12 upside? I don't know the answer to that.
It's tough to really
in a PPR format too.
Yeah, it's tough to visualize because he's more of a touches guy. I mean, look at the people that were available: J.K., Cam, Monty, Saquon. I mean,
the hard part is the 4-1 is not a great area to draft a running back.
Yeah, it's tough
with the players available on the board. But it is a good running back room overall. I will say that. Kupp at the 2-1, does that, does Kupp deserve the 2-1? I think it depends on your strategy. Don't hate it. Mike Evans,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. With the strategy, it makes sense. Mike Evans, St. Brown, Lockett, Gage, Jefferson. Tight ends, we got Komet and Hunter Henry. So overall, I think this is a good team. I mean, if the goal is to win this year, we're good at quarterback, we're good at running back, we're good at wide receiver. Our tight end's not the strongest spot. However, there is not a lot of longevity with this team. So overall, I would say B territory feels pretty safe for me. I like the team. I think it definitely has a chance to win this year. And then hopefully next, in the coming years, we can keep building through the draft. We don't sacrifice our draft capital. So I would say Ryan's probably the best team. So congratulations, Ryan, for being the mock drafter of the night. I love it. By the way, guys, we are 2 likes away from 60. If you have yet to drop a like, would mean a lot if you could help us out, help us hit that goal. We got of 60 likes on today's stream. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Hope you had a good time. I had a good time. It was fun. And yeah, I think now there might be 2 more spots in the Juliet League. So
yeah, shout out to David. I think he just upgraded.
Yeah,
playing too. So
I'll paste the link to our Patreon there. The other thing I would say is, I think we put a poll up, and I think around 63 to 65% of people said they play redraft as well. So I'll paste the link to our redraft channel there. We are starting to post a lot more content. Now, the redraft channel, it's just not getting the views that our other channels are getting. It's not a big deal, but if you guys are at all interested, we just want to let you guys know that it is a thing, that we do have content over there. We got our redraft wide receiver rankings. We got mock drafts for redraft leagues, running back rankings. We just talked about some breakout quarterbacks, and we have more and more content is going to keep coming out throughout the off season. So check us out there. That's actually where everything started. I like the little banner upgrades, but Aki, you did really well.
Been trying to do little things.
That's the redraft one. This is the Dynasty one.
New season,
Thought it was fun. But yeah, guys, huge love. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. I want to see the Celtics win, so let's see what happens. But have a good rest of your night. We will see you tomorrow.
All love, y'all.
Lattice.